Is that true? My reactions were, what? Bitch, what? Someone tell me why this happened to me, please! Being a compassionate, loving person. Why do I never learn? While this was happening, winds me up. First of all, my set out, hi, how are ya? You wanted a story time, you got one. I'm probably going to be getting the girl coming to my door. What's up and welcome back to my channel. Hi there, my name is Khloe. I do from hauls, gaming, story times. I do a little bit of everything. So guys, if you've never been here before, please make sure you subscribe right down there and make sure you're pressing that bell. There's no one being killed in the background or anything. It's just my parents are very naturally loud. I think I am loud and annoying. They're another level. This is gonna be really hard to do. My mates are probably gonna be peeing themselves with laughter when they're watching this video. You guys wanted a story time, well you're gonna get one. So I asked what story time you wanted today, and today you wanted the one. I was best friends with a compulsive liar for 2 years. This is 110% true. Having nachos and cheese. Because this one is gonna be a bit of a bonkers one. She ain't on YouTube, is she? I hope she's not. To be honest, there's not many people from my school that actually have a channel, which is quite funny. There's only like 1 or 2 people. We are going to start in my high school. Everybody hated me except from 2 people. Obviously, you guys know they are now my best friends in the whole entire world. I'm naturally a type of person that goes, I was picked on at that time. I'm being picked on and I wouldn't want anyone else to feel that way. Imagine mean girls, the cafeteria. That's what my school was like. That's what my school was most certainly like. Fun, being weird. And you know what? I'm actually glad about that. I come from a school where most of the kids had their like really crazy 2-gram bags on them. I'm actually kind of glad that I was the weird kid, and that gave me so many life lessons because it made me realise what people can be like and what real good people really are. I learned the value of money and how to hard earn money, where a lot of these kids that I was with back in them days didn't really realise the value of money. And I'm glad that my mum and dad made me shovel the weekends and stuff for a bit of money, you know. And now I'm glad. They used to mock me at school for doing that, but now I'm glad that I actually become like that. Oh my god, I'm scared. Yeah, I was 14. Me and my little weird friends were sitting on the table, and then there was this other girl I didn't know. She was a bit of a if there was one thing wrong with you that they didn't like, they would let you know about it. That chubby Khloe, who's strange as hell, did tarot readings for a bit of money so she could get herself a nice pair of jeans. Girl that had footballs thrown on her head. Obviously my friends joined me as well. In the cafeteria, I see this girl being laughed at and she was paying for her food and then she was coming out. And I felt really bad for her. I felt really bad. And I'm not the sort of person that believes in pity or anything. I don't want people to pity me. I want people to laugh at my story so they can learn from it. Especially when I talk about my bullying, and like I'm very open about mental health and stuff like that. So anyway, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check those out. I asked the girls, can she sit with us? Can I ask her to come sit with us? Because I'm that sort of person that would never ever want anyone to feel like how people made me feel when I was at school. And no matter how much people bullied me, hit me, physically abused me, I would always end up having compassion for these people because I know hurt people, you know. I politely asked the girls, hey, can she come sit with us? The words were, no. I was like, why not? She's a literal psycho. Obviously, I didn't take that advice. Your best friends say that someone's a psycho. They most probably are. I just begged them. I said, please can we let her sit with us? I get up. I ask her to come sit with us. Big mistake. So we're talking. She seemed to be really sweet, really kind. So obviously, I see straight through that and I get to know her who she really is. That's what I thought. Me being an idiot with a big heart. Yes, I do joke that I have a stone cold heart. I do at times. I would never want someone to feel excluded and not feel accepted. It's just the worst feeling ever, and I would never want anyone to feel that way. So, of course, there's me like, come shopping with us Saturday. It's a Saturday when we're all just gonna go shopping to our like local royal shop, like a couple of random clothes shops. This girl, I'm gonna call her Jodie, okay? But let's call her Jodie. Jodie, not in a rude way, not in a nasty way. You know, she was a lucky girl. She had a lot of money. She always had a lot of money on her. I'm with my other friend at the time. So we go to this clothes shop. You could just tell this woman that owns this clothes shop. Quick disclaimer, this woman has shut down for a f***ing reason. She was so rude. She lost every single customer, whoever walked in. Tell that this woman that owns a shop. It was a very nice shop. Very, very fancy schmancy designer shop. You could tell that she sugar baby to an 80-year-old man, and she was sucking his dick, and he bought her a shop basically. And I'm walking around, and I would never steal. The most thing I've ever stolen, the cookie from my mum's cookie jar. Just remember, girl, 14-year-old girl, had at least £400 in her purse. What kind of 14-year-old has that amount of money in her purse? It's insane. She wouldn't have a reason to steal, would she? Leave the shop because we couldn't find anything, and also the woman was rude. Walking down the street, this girl who worked in the shop come running. When I say running, she was on a mission.
Who the you think you are stealing from my shop?
Going on one. I turn around and then she's like, yeah, you, screaming at me. Okay, first of all, why would I steal from your shop? Because I don't fit into anything in your stupid, skimpy clothing. Second of all, check my bag. Call a copper right now, walk in your shop right now, and I'm going to empty my bag, and then you can strip search me all you want, bitch, as long as there's a policeman there. She didn't know what the hell to say. She got us in the shop again, but everyone to open their bags or whatever. Of course, Jodie got a bit quiet, gone outside and called her mum. Because she had that sweet persona about her, like a lot of people thought she was immediately innocent. Just please look at us, everything's fine. We head home, we have no idea what just happened. We were like, oh, that was weird. Come to about 1 or 2 weeks later, where I go round Jodie's house. We were just all like chatting, chilling or whatever, and this is when I slept around her house. So we were going to get ready and then go to the parks, what, you know, early 2000s kids used to do, get a little bit of Lamborghini and chill and just get really drunk on really wine. And then I noticed the jeans that went missing. So this woman who owned the shop was very specific what pair of jeans went missing. Studs on them. These jeans were shoved in the back of her wardrobe, the back of her walk-in closet. And I'm like, oh. And they still had the label on it. Girl had a lot of money. She had a lot of money. So I thought, maybe her mum bought them for her. Should have been a red flag. And I thought, hey, she had loads of money. Why would she even steal? So maybe she did get them as a present later on. Maybe she went home. Maybe that's why she went on the phone to her mum saying, hey, can you get me these jeans for like my birthday? Saying, this is what I kind of thought. Like these are the weird coincidences that I kind of like kept making up in my head. Let's go by. And obviously we're going to go makeup shopping and everything. So now this is just me, her, Jodie, and my friend Tony. So you guys might have seen her in my really old videos. So this is where it gets a bit, should have been a red flag. Do you remember when Maybelline did those like mousse foundations? I'm gonna put it here. Guys, if you were from the early 2000s, like you were in high school then and you were just starting to use makeup, that was like gold dust. So we go Superdrug. I remember it so vividly because now I think, why didn't I say anything? We're walking outside, the alarm goes off. Of course, the security guard looks at me and goes, you're alright, you're fine. Because I've gone and paid and walked out. The alarm technically didn't go off when I walked out. Jodie's gone. She flew. Jodie's cancelled. Jodie's gone out the building. Of course, I'm texting her going, Jodie, where the hell are you? Security guard looked at us and I looked at our receipts and looked at all our stuff in the bag and went, oh, maybe it was just a little mistake. I'm walking up the road. We're texting her. We're going, where the hell have you gone? What's going on? She really needs to go toilet or something. And Tony went, no. I've seen this before. I did not say anything. Find her. She's gone to McDonald's in the toilets. Fair enough. You need to go. You need to go. We go, hey, I was a bit worried about you. You okay? Are you alright then? She was like, yeah, I'm fine. Jodie opens her bag and there's 3 Maybelline Mousse foundations, brand new, sealed up. And I noticed she didn't buy anything. I kept thinking of these scenarios in my head to make her sound innocent. But the stealing stopped from there, I think. And that I was aware of. A lot of my friends at the time, they were really falling out with her. And I was always trying to find a reason. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe she didn't mean that. Maybe she did. Because I just always thought that she'd never like come up with things like that. I kept turning around, especially to my friend. I'm going to call her Claudia. She kept going, no, she's psycho. Part where it goes absolutely crazy. And I'm probably going to scream the room down. Comes to about another year. And I think this was the year before I was going to leave school, I think. Good guy, mate of mine. We didn't want to be in a relationship or anything. We just wanted companions. It's good to be curious at that age. So this is when I was 15 at the time. I'm going to call him Logan. Probably going to piss himself with laughter. No, this isn't funny, actually. This bit here is not funny. We're spending a lot of time together, me and Logan and his mates, and I get on more with guys a lot of the time than girls. Like, most of my girl mates are actually more friends with guys. I'm shocked that this girl, Jodie, didn't get locked up for this. We're spending a lot of time, and the more it's like getting to Jodie. Please tell me this, please! That you can't stand a girl mate that lets you down just to spend time with their boyfriends. I cannot stand that. I'm in my 30s now, and girls still do that. It pisses me off massively, winds me up. But I'm the complete opposite to that. If a girlmate of mine needs help and wants company, I'm gonna be there instead. And the thing is, she had other friends. This is the thing. It wasn't because she was lonely or anything, or jealous or anything. Dad, please don't watch this. For what I'm about to do now. She calms down a bit, starts to act really erratic again. Wouldn't be Khloe's story time video if it didn't get a little bit more awry with it. Khloe never has a normal life. I always ask myself, why? Just why? One week I had a really bad flu that I couldn't leave my bed. Laying in my bed, sick as a dog. So this is about 2 days before I've gone back to school. A few of my friends in my year text me and say, Khloe, I'd steer clear from school for a while if I were you. Jodie was acting quiet all of a sudden. For this whole week I was not well. Maybe she just wanted to leave me alone because I wasn't well. No. There was a rumour floating around. Now I know how it feels when a rumour is being made about you. But when I say this rumour went round bad, it went round bad, okay? It wasn't the fact it was my whole school that knew. It was like multiple schools. Someone tell me why this happened to me, please! Being a compassionate, loving person. Why do I never learn? Of course, I never think it was Jodie who started something this sick. A rumour went round saying that Logan raped me. Raped me. Raped me! No idea this was happening though. While this was happening, the day before I come back to school, because my mum just wanted to get rid of me now at this point, I got a couple of texts saying,
are you okay?
from a couple of people who wouldn't even give me the time of day. And I said, first of all, who is this? How did you get my number? And what's this text for? The rumour was that not only that he raped me, Logan's probably pissing himself with laughter because he would never have touched me that way. And a lot of people thought he was very nerdy, so it kind of like gave them a bit more like leverage to kind of believe that he would have done that. Oh, this is where I'm gonna get really angry. So this is where I want you to learn. If you are friends with someone who gives you a weird gut feeling, run. Cancel them. Day before I come back to school, police arrived at the school asking Logan, have you had any sexual contact with Khloe Lightholder, who is a minor? Obviously he was 2 years older than me, obviously. He was in sixth form at this point. So obviously, of course, he was like, no, why would I? No. Of course they're not going to believe him if he goes, no, I didn't touch her. I don't know whether he was taken from the police or he got sent home or he got excluded from school. I can't remember that bit. I actually cannot remember that bit. But the fact that someone had gone, called the police and done that. No one knew except for my two best friends. The last one that knew about me and Logan was Jodie. And the one that wasn't happy about me and Logan being companions to each other was Jodie. Jodie! Please imagine a girl that's like half of my size. I'm only 5'3", which is quite rare for a plus size model, but I am actually only 5'3", 5'4". Back then I was about, what, 4 foot something. I'm this sort of girl, right? Yeah, I can click on ours together. That's what I do when I'm angry. I don't have those because Loris decided to shut the children. So the night before I'm going back to school, I'm gonna call her Kaylee. Not Kaylee's in Kitty Cat K that comes on my channel. She called me and said, Khloe, like I said, don't come back in. I just thought there was a little rumour going on about me, but I didn't realise it was this bad. Police got involved. There was a case. My guy mate raped a minor and got her up the duff. Didn't know that part. Didn't know that memo. But of course the people that were texting me going, I'm so sorry what happened. If you need anything, let me know. They're not going to like repeat what was said about me, of course. Like if you hear that about someone, you're not going to go, oh, so did he really do that? Did he really rape you? You wouldn't do that, would you? He calls me and said, Khloe, I know who started this rumour. I said, Kaylee, what's happened? I got diarrhea coming out my ears. I'm still being sick. I've still got a flu. Can you please just get me out of my misery, please? She says, there's a rumour going on about you saying not only Logan raped, got you up the duff. Is that true? My reactions were, what? Bitch, what? So this is when this rumour was just starting to be, well, boom, created, if you will. Because I thought it was out of order what she done, and I didn't want to upset you even more, but I think I know who started it. Because when she started to hear how angry I was angry. I wasn't even upset. I was angry because I thought, how could someone ever do something like that? In the UK, In high schools, you get tutors, which are the people that like sign you in each morning, each afternoon to make sure you're not bunking off and all that jazzalolo. So she was in the classroom next door signing in the school like you do every morning and afternoon. My friend Kaylee comes out the classroom and goes, oh my god, Jodie screamed, crying. Is she okay? So of course she walks into this little staff room going, Jodie, what's happened? And this... Excuse me? How far Jodie would have gone. Of course it was Jodie. We all know it was Jodie. Oh no! It was Jodie. My form tutor has gone, Kaylee, you need to leave the room now if that's okay. So Kaylee's gone, oh, of course, sure. Of course Kaylee is just as nosy as I am. And she's standing outside the door, listening. These were Jodie's exact words. Khloe has told me Logan has raped her. Of course, my form tutor obviously went mental. Fast forward to the day before we got back. He was willing to get rid of him that badly. Jesus. Why? Why? I was nothing but nice to this girl. And she done this to me? I wasn't even more concerned with me. I was more concerned with my mate Logan because I'm thinking, oh my god, Logan's going to be locked up here. Like, Kaylee, no. Jodie would never do that. Why would Jodie even do that? What's the logic of her doing that? And I got into school on the Monday. Kaylee grabbed me, shook me, went, are you an idiot? You know who started this rumour. No, I could argue with her. No, that she couldn't have. No. So another guy knows me very well and I still talk to him to this day. He's a year older than me, I think. He looked at me with the most dumbfounded face. Khloe, she laughs and smiles. I've caught her twice now. It's like as though she's accepting the Best Actress award. We all know Khloe Storytimes always come to a big climax. I need you to brace yourself of what happened there. She was so upset. She was so invested in this. No. I go somewhere where I know where her next lesson is going to be. Her hands are like that. I am quiet. So when I'm quiet, Kaylee knows I'm out for the kill now. This bitch, this little is lucky that there were cubicles around the corner to barricade herself. I'm standing outside the classroom door, waiting for her. I'm waiting for her. I'm ready. I want answers. Along comes Jodie, and I'm standing there smiling at her, and she knows to do a 360-degree angle turn and run for her life. She's really gonna make it this difficult. Why? He's really making life difficult at the moment. Why is this necessary? I am chasing this bitch. I'm like the lion running for the puma. She decides to run up 2 flights of stairs towards where these cubicles are. And I think, for God's sake, she had to do this when I was wearing 3-inch heels. Why was I wearing 3-inch heels? Because I was a short ass bitch, okay? I used to sneak my shoes on when I used to get out of the car around the corner to the school, put them on, and let the teacher scream at me. My lip is quivery. Take my heels off. Friend Kaylee, he's screaming, she's gonna kill her. 2 of my big, huge gorilla teachers, PE teachers, they're running after me because they know I'm gonna kill her. She's running for her life, her dear life. Yeah, there's me running behind her. Then there's 2 big, massive, fat PE teachers running after me. She runs into the toilets and I'm like, great. This is the haunted toilets. Oh yeah, there's another story time on those haunted toilets. But not today, my friends, not today. I was gonna bash down every single door. When I say bash down every single door, I'm not kidding you, I bashed down every single door. But the thing is, stupid bitch, thing is, I didn't get told off for it because they actually felt so bad for me for what I've just been through. They just felt so bad what's happened that I got away with it. I vandalised the bathroom. I bashed the first one in. No Jodie to be seen. Door number 2. No Jodie to be seen. Bash door number 3. No Jodie present. Of course, I'm crying, I'm angry, I'm screaming, and these 2 teachers are just standing there watching me because they're just dumbfounded, like a 5'3" ass kid. Well, I'm 5'3" now, so I think I was 4 foot something back then. Just bashing down these doors like they were nothing. I have no words for this girl. So obviously, she looks at me, I look at her, and all we hear is, Khloe, no! I was so beyond rage because I just thought someone could go to prison for this, and she had no remorse. She had the audacity to do something so cruel. I was having a Sabrina, the teenage witch ass moment. Just looking at her, coming out my body, whoop. Whoop out my body, looking at her directly, and I just think, what did I do to deserve this? I look at her directly in the eye and I say, why? Grab her by the arms and I slam her against the wall. They used to laugh at me that I wanted to be in a boxing team. I've got her by the throat. I'm still not proud to this day. I grab her by the throat. I'm sorry to her family, but I was so enraged. Can you blame me? I felt a big, massive, hairy hand and a kind of a normal male's hand. One side on the other. Dragged me with a smacking my elbow into the sink, like onto the tap where the sink is. Where would the tap be in the bathroom? And these two big men pulling me back, and I'm thinking, no, I want to physically hurt this person, shove her head down the toilet. Apparently, I shouted in the top of my lungs, I'm telling you to tell her I'm going to kill her. Of course, these two teachers have pulled me outside. So my head of year, I'm upstairs and obviously he's been told about what's happened, and I thought I was going to be in serious trouble. This one time, they stood by me. Head of year is standing there and he hated me. He was red, he was angry, he looked like he was about to kill. I thought he was going to scream at me at this point, so I'm just standing there, I'm just bracing myself. I was one of these kids, right, that would get hit by a kid, never get told off, but I'd get told off for hitting them back. He screamed at the top of his lungs, Jodie's name. Not mine, not my name, Jodie's name. Standing there, I'm thinking, why am I not in trouble for this? I've just tried to beat the shit out of her. I've just tried to kill her. Look, I wouldn't have killed someone, but she is told to get out, go into his office, dare sit down. You ain't sitting down. You're gone. Standing there, smiling, because I'm just like... And then my friend Kaylee and her other friends at the time were standing there like, oh my God, but then they were like silently laughing, if that makes sense. It was just really weird. So, of course, she goes into the office and I never hear from her ever again. I'm told to go into the head's office and calm down, have a cup of tea, calm down, because I was infuriated. And I looked at my head teacher, like my big head teacher. I said, do you understand my rage? Do you understand why I'm so angry? And she went, yeah, I do. Of course, there's assembly, so I'm not in the mood for this. This one was a little different. My head of year decided to do something like, you know, like when you go to little primary schools and you teach them things like, once something's done, you can't undo it. He got one of the kids to get the bananas out of the banana peel. Can you put it back in? No. Can you undo that? No. A kid to get a toothpaste out of a tube. And I'm kind of now seeing where this is going. I didn't realise Jodie was sitting in there and she was sitting at the back. He told her to sit at the back. He humiliated her. He humiliated her. Like, she deserved it. It was disgusting what she done. He goes, so this is a bloody example. He says this long speech about once something's done, it can't be undone. Like, once a rumour happens, it can ruin someone's life. I knew. This is where he's going. When he done this cool, like, weird, done, can't be undone thing, like a Mufasa thing, like a Rafiki kind of thing. When I say screaming at the top of his lungs, can I just say, I thought he was gonna pass out with a heart attack. Of course, there's me sitting there mortified, but finding the situation really funny in a weird way. Jodie has no idea what to say. Obviously now sussed out that it's about her. He screams at the top of his lungs, Jodie, stand up. Jodie wouldn't stand up. He went, Jodie, I'll give you the count of 3. You stand up. Of course, Jodie stands up. If you get people starting rumours and slagging people off, no one likes you. Everyone hates you for what you've done. And my kids, this is what happens when someone finds it funny to start a rumour about someone this sick and as morbid as this one right here. I've had to talk to other schools that this isn't true, and it's wasted police's time that we actually believed it was true. So why the you start something so disgustingly morbid? And I remember the word morbid. I remember the word morbid. You could see the heart beating from her throat. And then you had Jodie sobbing her heart out. The way my head of year spoke to this girl in front of hundreds of kids, right? And these kids, most of them were little already. So this girl had to be out of school. So yeah, that was the story of I was best friends with a compulsive liar for 2 years. Can I just stress and say I'm not out to get the person as much as they deserve it, and we've got to move on. It's over now. That was my story time, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you learned something from that. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Guys, please do not forget to make sure you subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much. And make sure you press on that bell so you know when the next video I upload on Wednesdays at 4 PM and Sundays at 9 AM. I'm gonna love you, and I'm gonna leave you before Miss Battery dies the 4th time, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.